Okay, let's unpack this. We just saw something pretty special, didn't we?
We really did.
At the 153rd Open Championship, Royal Portrush. Scottie Scheffler, I mean, he didn't just win. It felt like a statement.
Mm-hmm.
His first Claret Jug, which is amazing in itself. But then you realize, wait, this is his fourth career major title.
Yeah.
You've got the Masters wins, 2022, 2024, and the PGA Championship just last year, 2025.
The trajectory is just,
Yeah,
so
it's incredible to watch.
So what's really fascinating here, and what we wanted to kind of dig into for this deep dive is, what exactly made this win such a masterclass?
Right. Precision, composure.
Exactly. And our deep dive, well, it gives us incredible inside look. The numbers, the strategy behind it all, it's quite revealing.
Absolutely. And what this deep dive will do for you listening is really pull out the most important nuggets, the key insights from all that analysis. Think of it like your shortcut, maybe, to understanding why everyone's calling Scottie Scheffler the most dominant golfer of his generation right now. And what this specific win, this huge win, really signifies, for his career and maybe even for golf itself.
Definitely.
So let's dive into the core of it then. His iron play.
Okay.
Our analysis really hammers this point home. This is where Scheffler just, separated himself, leading the whole field in strokes gained on approach.
Right.
Now, for those maybe less familiar, strokes gained, it's basically a stat, right? It tells us how a player does compared to the field on, say, a specific shot or type of shot.
Yeah, versus the average performance.
Yeah.
Positive number means you're gaining strokes, playing better than average.
Exactly. And that's just what he did, consistently putting himself in, prime scoring positions.
He did. And what's really striking, I think, and just speaks volumes about his composure, is after that rare double bogey on Sunday.
Oh.
On a day where Royal Portrush was, let's be honest, pretty tough.
Yeah. Showing its teeth.
He didn't just sort of steady the ship. He responded immediately with a birdie. That kind of bounce back under that immense final round open pressure. That is just, it's elite. Simple as that.
That immediately makes me think of another stat that jumped out from the analysis.
Okay.
Scheffler hit, get this, 78% of greens in regulation. 78%.
Which is phenomenal.
But here's the twist, only found 46.4% of fairways.
Right.
So when you see numbers like that side by side, so few fairways, relatively speaking, but hitting so many greens, what does that actually tell us about his game? His maybe unique approach?
Well, it raises a really interesting strategic point, doesn't it?
It does.
I mean, lots of golfers, they prioritize hitting fairways above almost everything, driving accuracy.
It's a conventional wisdom.
But Scheffler's game here suggests that, hey, if your iron play and your recovery game are that good,
stellar. Yeah.
you can absolutely make up for not always being on the short grass. Looking at the raw numbers again. Total score, minus 17. Just staggering.
17 under par.
His driving distance was good, solid, 301 yards average. But, like you said, fairways hit 46.4%. Greens in regulation, 78%. He just didn't need fairway perfection to dominate.
And this is precisely where those strokes gain numbers become so illuminating. Right?
Exactly. They show how he did that.
The show is how he compensated. So his strokes gained total was an amazing plus 4.33 for the tournament.
Which is huge.
Yeah. For anyone who may be less familiar, that means effectively he gained over 4 shots on the average tour player per round, just from his overall performance.
Per round. Just relentless.
Relentlessly squeezing strokes out. And breaking that down, plus 0.07 off the tees, slightly better than average there.
Yeah.
Then a massive plus 2.54 on approach. That's the iron play we talked about.
It's the key difference maker.
Then, interestingly, minus 0.42 around the green. So he actually lost strokes there relative to the field.
A slight weakness, maybe, that week.
But then another huge one, plus 2.13 in putting.
And that putting number is critical.
Oh,
because
God.
even though he lost a few, scrambling around the green,
Right.
his putting, and especially that approach play, more than made up for it. I mean, putting on those Royal Portrush greens, windy, undulating links greens.
It's notoriously tricky.
Oh, yeah. That requires amazing speed control, line reading, and just sheer confidence. It was a masterclass. That's the place where putting can totally make or break your week.
And his scoring breakdown is just, it paints this picture of complete dominance, doesn't it?
It really does.
Minus 6 on the par 3s for the week, which our deep dive flags as a record performance at the Open.
A record on the par 3s.
Also minus 6 on the par 4s and minus 5 on the par 5s. That kind of balance across all hole types, That's incredibly rare.
It is.
A record on par 3 specifically at the Open. What does that tell us about maybe the unique challenges of Portrush and how he just dismantled them?
Well, it tells us that on a course famous for having really demanding par 3s.
Right, often long, exposed.
Exactly. Tough iron shots needed, small targets, well-guarded greens. Scheffler wasn't just good on them, he was, like, historically great. It's just such a clear sign that, look, he had basically no weaknesses that week.
Yeah.
He adapted his game perfectly to every single challenge Royal Portrush threw at him.
You know, this win felt like more than just another trophy in the cabinet. It felt like a profound statement to the rest of the golf world.
I agree.
And the analysis draws this really interesting parallel. It suggests his style is kind of reminiscent of prime Tiger Woods. Not through the fist pumps or the showmanship.
No, not the flair.
But through that ruthless efficiency, that mental resilience, the strategic brilliance. That's a powerful comparison to make.
And it's not just hyperbole, that Tiger comparison. I think it's rooted in Scheffler's almost like clinical ability to make a mistake like that double bogey.
Yeah, compartmentalize it.
And immediately just reset, blank slate for the next shot. It's not about theatrics, like you said. It's about this quiet, relentless dismantling of the course and the competition.
Which is so rare.
It's a legendary kind of trait, almost.
Yeah.
And the fact that he posted that score, -17, on a really challenging links course like Portrush.
In unpredictable weather.
Against the wind, the firm turf, the demanding shots. It's just irrefutable proof now. Scheffler is not just some U.S. course specialist. He is a true all-conditions champion. No question. So if we kind of zoom out for a second and think about the core takeaway here. Scottie Scheffler's Open Championship win, it was way more than just another career milestone, wasn't it?
Definitely felt bigger.
It was really a blueprint for what modern, data-driven championship golf looks like today. It's intelligent, it's incredibly composed, and just relentlessly precise. His mastery of iron play, we keep coming back to it, that immediate resilience.
Yeah.
The double bogey to birdie response.
Yeah.
And his putting was just exceptional. He really set a new standard there.
And just think about where this puts him. He's only 29 years old.
Still so young in golf terms.
He's absolutely established himself now as this truly exceptional talent. You have to think he's got the potential to really etch his name among the game's absolute legends.
We do.
And that Tiger parallel we talked about, that ruthless efficiency, the mental toughness.
The iron will.
Yeah, it's all there, just maybe without the Sunday red theatrics. And doing it like this, dominating on a demanding links course, it just shuts down any lingering debate about him being, suited to only one type of course. He's proven he's an all-conditions champion.
Absolutely. Which means, looking forward, the implications are massive, with only the U.S. Open now missing from his resume.
The final piece for the career Grand Slam.
Exactly. It really starts to feel less like a question of if he'll get it and much more like a question of when.
It really does. So what does this all mean for you listening in as the rest of the golf world tries to figure out how to keep pace with this new standard Scottie Scheffler is setting?
Right.
What will you be watching for next, in the evolution of championship golf? And how might his approach, his style, influence that next generation of players coming up? Something to think about.